Good morning. Welcome to the 72nd Commencement at Marist College. I am Kent Reinhardt, Assistant Vice President and Dean of Undergraduate Admission. Please be advised that visitors are able to view the entire ceremony in live feed locations throughout campus. Some guests may feel more comfortable indoors during the ceremony. The musical activities for today's program are arranged by Art Himmelberger. The Marist singers are directed by Sarah Williams. Sailing behind me on the Hudson River, the On Rust is honoring our graduates by participating in the commencement ceremony. A majestic replica of the 17th century Dutch yacht, the Onrust, was built in 1614, a few years after Henry Hudson's famed voyage. It was the first decked ship to be built in what became New York, and the first trading ship built in America. I will now introduce the order of the academic procession. First in order is the Grand Marshal, Dr. Rose DeAngelis, Professor of English. Next in the procession is the Marist Army ROTC Color Guard, supervised by Cadet Daniel Roberts. The graduates will now enter the procession. Academic schools will enter 2 by 2 in the procession, beginning with the School of Management and the School of Communication and the Arts. Leading the graduates from the School of Management are the Student Marshal, Maura Catherine Sullivan, and Faculty Marshal, Dr. Joanne Gavin, Professor of Management. They are accompanied by Dr. Lawrence Singleton, Dean of the school. The School of Management includes the disciplines of accounting, business, economics, and public administration. Candidates from the School of Communication and the Arts are being escorted by the Student Marshal, Catherine Irene Norcalunas, and Faculty Marshal, Edward Smith, Professor of Art. They are accompanied by Dr. Carolyn LePray, Dean of the school. The school includes the departments of art and digital media, communication, film, television, and interactive media, and the programs of fashion and music. Next in the procession are the School of Science and the School of Liberal Arts. Candidates from the School of Science are being escorted by the Student Marshal, Alec James Lee, and Faculty Marshal, Dr. Richard Feldman, Associate Professor of Environmental Science. They are accompanied by Dr. Neil Fitzgerald, Interim Dean of the school. The School of Science includes the disciplines of biology, biochemistry, chemistry, environmental science and policy, athletic training, medical technology, and physician assistant studies. The candidates in the School of Liberal Arts are being escorted by the Student Marshal, Madeline Rose Pelagali, and Faculty Marshal, Dr. Gregory Mahacek, Professor of English. They are accompanied by Dr. Martin Schaffer, Dean of the school. The departments in this school are English, History, Modern Languages and Cultures, Philosophy and Religious Studies, Political Science, and Paralegal Studies. Next in the procession are the School of Social and Behavioral Sciences and the School of Computer Science and Mathematics. Leading the School of Social and Behavioral Sciences are the Student Marshal, Catherine Ann Ponziani, and Faculty Marshal, Dr. Janet Stivers, Professor of Special Education. They are accompanied by Dr. Daria Hansen, Associate Professor of Social Work. Within this school are majors in criminal justice, psychology, teacher education, and social work. Leading the School of Computer Science and Mathematics are the Student Marshal, Brendan John Bolt, and Faculty Marshal, Dr. Joseph Kirtland, Professor of Mathematics. They are accompanied by Dr. Roger Norton, Dean of the school. The school includes the disciplines of computer science, information technology and systems, data science, and mathematics. The degree candidates are followed in the procession by members of the college administrative staff and members of the President's Cabinet. The President's Cabinet is followed by the platform party, which includes members of the Board of Trustees of the college and our honored guests. At the end of the procession comes the chair of the faculty, Dr. Elizabeth Quinn, Associate Professor of Psychology. She carries the Marist College mace, an age-old symbol of authority rooted in Roman and medieval history. A staff made of wood and metal, the Marist College mace supports a three-sided crown which carries the seal of the college. Its design represents the three ideals of the college: excellence in education, the importance of community, and the principle of service. The center of the Marist seal shows the letters A and M interlaced with 12 stars above the letters, honoring the traditions of the Marist brothers who founded the college. Following the chair of the faculty is the chair of the Marist College Board of Trustees, Ross Morey. Following is President David Yellen. President Yellen wears the Marist College Medallion, or Medal of Office, on a ribbon around his neck. Like the mace and seal, the medallion is a symbol of authority. Its roots can be traced to the Roman bulla, a golden amulet of honor. In earlier times, the back of the medallion would bear the personal seal or coat of arms of the wearer. The back of the Marist College President's Medallion carries the seal of the college. Thank you for your attention. At this time, I would like to introduce the Master of Ceremonies for our commencement program, Dr. Thomas Wormuth, Vice President for Academic Affairs and Dean of Faculty.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Please rise or remain standing for the presentation of the colors by the Marist College ROTC, followed by our national anthem, which will be sung by members of the Marist College Singers. Please remain standing for the invocation, which will be offered by Brother Frank Kelly, Director of Campus Ministry. Gentlemen, remove your caps.
So proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Class of 2018, you have a God who loves being here with you as you celebrate this great moment in your life. So please allow me to offer this prayer as your prayer this morning. We are so thankful, Lord, for our time here at Marist, for all that we have learned and experienced. Thanks for the great friends that we have made, for our families, faculty, and mentors, for an education that spans both time and eternity. Help us to remember that we have gifts to make a difference for the common good, and that our deepest joy will come from the moments when we give our lives away in service to others. May our relationships, our careers, and our lives give you honor. For all that is yet to come, we're hopeful, we're ready, Lord. Bring it on. Amen.
Please be seated. A special welcome to you, families and friends of our graduates. We are honored today by your presence and that of our distinguished guests, members of the Board of Trustees, and friends of the college. I would now like to recognize the trustees and guests who are with me on the platform, and I ask that they please stand. From the Board of Trustees, we have Ross Morey, Chair of the Board, James Barnes, Class of '68, Neil Bender, Lori DeJong, Donald DeWitt, Stephen Efron, Daniel Hickey, John O'Shea, Jerome Pickett, Brother Sean Salmon, and Betty Wolf. From the Marist Faculty and Administration, we have Dr. Dennis Murray, President Emeritus, Dr. Jeffrey Brackett, Executive Vice President, Dr. Rose DeAngelis, Professor of English, Dr. Victoria Engels, Professor of Biology, Dr. Lee Marengoff and Dr. Barbara Cavallo from the Marist Institute for Public Opinion, and Dr. Elizabeth Quinn, Associate Professor of Psychology and Chair of the Faculty. We are pleased to have these honored guests with us today. And now I'd like to introduce David Yellen, who is in his second year as president of Marist College.
Thank you very much, Tom. Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Marist's 72nd commencement exercises. I wanted to note for all of you that in honor of our graduates, tonight the lights on the Mid-Hudson Bridge will be illuminated in our colors, red and white, and we're optimistic the weather will have cleared enough for you to see the lights. It's actually, it's good luck to graduate in a little bit of rain, so this is just a little bit of extra good fortune on our class today. Today is the opportunity for all of us to celebrate the members of the class of 2018 and your outstanding achievements. It's always important to remember on occasions like this, however, that no one makes it this far on their own. So I'd like you to join me in recognizing the families of our graduates. You have sacrificed, loved, and supported this class. Without you, the accomplishments we celebrate today would not have been possible. So I'd like to invite all the parents, grandparents, children, significant others of the graduates to please stand and be recognized by the graduates. I'd also like to note that about a dozen members of the class of 1968, as you heard, are here with us today. This is perhaps a new tradition we're starting at Marist. The class of 68 is celebrating their 50th reunion, and a number of them wanted to be here with you today to celebrate your accomplishments. And Jim, what does the hat say? The class of 68 hat says the class that changed Marist, or something like that. So they're a very momentous class, and we're honored that they joined us here today to celebrate with you. And then I'd also like to thank and congratulate our faculty. As any of you who've watched your students go through the Marist education know, that it's really the core of the academic experience, the way that students get to work closely with usually multiple faculty members in classes, in internships, in research projects, the mentoring that our students receive. When you look back on your college experience in years to come, there'll probably be a few key faculty members who really helped shape who you've become as an adult. So please join me in saluting our faculty. Then finally, let me thank the folks who helped make today's ceremony possible and successful with some adverse conditions to deal with. In particular, Kate Donham, Judy Ivankovic, and the members of the Commencement Committee. Thank you for all of your hard work. To the graduates, you've all been here longer than I have. You've been here 4 years or more, and I'm, as you know, I'm finishing my second year, and I just want to add a personal thanks to the way you've helped introduce me to this wonderful community of Marist College. I've seen your great academic work in poster displays and talks by students. I've seen your amazing performances in theater and music and in the sports fields. I've marveled at the amazing amount of community work that you do and the way you represent us in Poughkeepsie and in the Hudson Valley so incredibly. We, Marist College, are what we are because of what you, the students of Marist College, do. So congratulations. And we now look forward to welcome you into the community of Marist alumni. Ours is a particularly close, dedicated alumni group, and we hope that as you progress through your lives and careers, that Marist will continue to play a meaningful part in your lives. So welcome and congratulations. We now have a special surprise guest who's agreed to also greet our students today, Senator Chuck Schumer. Some of you have heard of him. The senior senator from the state of New York and the Senate Minority Leader. Senator Schumer has represented in New York in Congress since 1980, first in the House, and in fact, when I was a young staffer on the House Judiciary Committee, Senator Schumer was on the committee at that time, and since 1998 in the United States Senate. Senator Schumer received both his undergraduate and his law degree from Harvard. Senator Schumer's made a special trip to campus today to honor our graduates and to say a few words of congratulations. So, ladies and gentlemen, New York Senior Senator Chuck Schumer.
Thank you. Thank you, President Yellen, and to the class of 2018, congratulations to you. You're graduating from one of the best schools in the country. Now, you know, it's a tradition I speak here each year, but today, you have a great guest speaker who's done so much for the Hudson Valley. It's a little wet outside, so I have a class gift. Here's my long speech. Congratulations to the class of 2018. You are the greatest.
Thank you, Senator Schumer. Thank you, Senator Schumer. I would now like to ask Victoria Engels, Professor of Biology, Leonard S. Schleifer, Founder, President, and CEO of Regeneron Pharmaceuticals, and Ross Morey, Chair of the Marist Board of Trustees, to please come forward. Professor Engels will read the citation honoring our speaker, and the academic hood will be placed by Mr. Morey.
Len Schleifer, 30 years ago, you founded Regeneron with a strong guiding mission front and center to develop treatments to help people. And you have done just that. Through your lifelong passion for science and protecting human health, you have led biotechnology company that invents life-transforming medicines for people with serious illnesses, including the groundbreaking Eylea. This cutting-edge treatment has saved the vision of many people living with blindness-causing diseases, such as wet age-related macular degeneration. Of special note is the fact that Regeneron is widely lauded as a pharmaceutical company with a moral compass. And this is because of your ethical leadership. Just last year, Regeneron was recognized on the Civic 50 list of the most community-minded companies in the United States by Points of Light, the world's largest organization dedicated to volunteer service. Your commitment to employing a science-driven approach to developing new medicines is a direct outgrowth of your own impressive background as a neurologist and your passion for research. This commitment also extends to helping young people experience the joys of science. Your dedication to advancing STEM education has led to a number of initiatives, including the Sci2 Med Academy, a collaboration with Yonkers Partners in Education to broaden career horizons for students who are underrepresented in the sciences, the STEM Teaching Fellowship to develop highly trained science teachers, and the Regeneron Talent Search, the nation's most prestigious high school science research competition. Through this amazing work, you are laying the foundation for the next generation of scientists. Len Schleifer, in recognition of your accomplishments and your outspoken commitment to doing well by doing good, and for your embodiment of the principles of Marist College, the Board of Trustees proudly confers upon you the degree Doctor of Science, honoris causa.
And just the official part, Len, by the powers vested in me by the Regents of the State of New York and the Board of Trustees of Marist College, I hereby bestow upon you the degree of Doctor of Science, honoris causa, with all the rights and privileges pertaining thereto. Congratulations. Ladies and gentlemen, your commencement speaker, Dr. Len Schleifer.
Thank you very much, President Yellen, Professor Engels, the faculty of Marist, parents, and most of all, thanks and congratulations to the graduates. A very special congratulations to Amanda Sage, today's valedictorian. I am honored and humbled to be your commencement speaker. In truth, I'm also quite nervous about doing a good job. This morning at our breakfast table, my wife and I were both deeply engrossed on what we were about to face today. I, of course, was thinking about my speech. Who knew I'd have to follow that brilliant speech by Senator Schumer? Harriet, my wife of 44 years, was busy. Yes, that deserves a round of applause. She was preparing to lead our synagogue's congregation in the Sabbath prayers for the first time, so she had little time to help me prepare my speech. Not wanting to disturb her, but being a bit excited and hoping for a few words, just a few words of encouragement, I said to her, Harriet, in your wildest dreams, did you ever imagine that I would be giving a speech, the commencement speech to Marist College in front of 200,000-300,000 people? She looked up for just a second from her prayer book and she said, sweetheart, you're not in my wildest dreams. And with that, she sent me on my way to Poughkeepsie from Chappaqua. Some of you might be wondering, what in the world is my connection to Marist? I did graduate from Cornell, and there is the restored Cornell boathouse on campus. I can barely swim, and I have nothing to do with boating. My connection to Marist stems from having the good fortune of serving with your President Emeritus, Dennis Murray, as co-chair of Governor Cuomo's Regional Economic Development. At the time we served together, President Murray was one of the longest-serving college presidents in the United States and one of the most accomplished. It was a great pleasure serving with President Murray, and I hope he won't regret, in about 10 minutes, of introducing me to Marist. Thank you, President Emeritus Murray. Now, you don't have to lean over to the person to your left and right, who is this guy and why is he speaking? I'm going to tell you. Some of you know I'm the founder and CEO of Regeneron Pharmaceuticals. Regeneron is a large biotechnology company located just a short drive south of Marist College. And in the hopes that you might find it both informative and inspiring, I'd like to tell you a little bit about my journey at Regeneron, from a raw startup to a global company with 6 approved medicines, making a difference in the lives of hundreds of thousands, and that's not an exaggeration, lives of hundreds of thousands of people around the world, with 7,000 employees and a market capitalization of over $30 billion. Yeah, wow, I have trouble imagining that. But before we get to my story, I want to give you one last history lesson, for those of you who maybe didn't get this, before you graduate. This lesson's important because it sets the foundation upon which my entrepreneurial efforts and most entrepreneurial efforts in this country are based. As all of you know, the Constitution is the blueprint for how was the blueprint and still is the blueprint, for how this newly independent nation would govern itself. And of course, the Constitution has many important aspects, such as the checks and balances of a 3-part government composed of a legislative branch, an executive branch, a judicial branch. It has a Bill of Rights and all sorts of things. But I'm willing to wager that few of you know that right there in the Constitution, Article 1, Section 8, where the powers of Congress are delineated, is something quite remarkable. Sandwiched right in between Congress's right to levy taxes and Congress's right to declare war is the power of Congress to promote the useful arts and sciences by granting patents. You may ask, what on earth are our founding fathers thinking about when they put the power to grant patents in the Constitution? I believe they were setting the stage for our country to be built by risk takers, by entrepreneurs. And they realized that they needed to be certain that the proper rewards for risk takers and innovators would be available. They realized that incentives matter. I believe they were right. And our great nation was indeed built in part by great innovators and inventors. In fact, we had a President of the United States, get a patent for an invention. Anybody care to guess which president? Not which president didn't, but which president did get a patent? It happens to be only one. It was my favorite president, Abraham Lincoln. And he received a patent for a way to get riverboats that had run aground back into the channel. Lincoln never commercialized his invention, never made a nickel on it, but he did say something quite remarkable about our incentive-based system that was in our Constitution. Lincoln said, "It provides the fuel of interest to the fire of genius." The fuel of interest to the fire of genius. I believe this uniquely American attitude about incentivizing and rewarding innovation is what has provided the background and fertile soil for many entrepreneurs, including myself. With that background, let me spend a few minutes telling you about 3 aspects of my entrepreneurial journey. For efficiency, I will divide the story into 3 equal parts: risk, failure, and reward. In truth, the story is a lot more about risk and failure than it is about reward, which is what we spent most of the first 30 years of Regeneron's history doing. As you will hear, the rewards came very late. I know everyone thinks of entrepreneurs as overnight successes, but that couldn't be further from the truth in my case, unless you consider 30 years as an overnight success. And along the way, I hope to tell you the value of passion, persistence, and partnership from my own personal perspective. Let's start with risk. I grew up in Queens, the son of a sweater manufacturer and homemaker. My father always told my brother and me many times over that education would be our weapon to fight the world with. So I took education in school very seriously. I did well in school, and I kept getting more and more educated. I went to college at Cornell and followed that with a 7-year stint at the University of Virginia, where I earned both a PhD and MD degree. I went on for more education and did a 4-year internship and residency to become a fully educated and certified neurologist. All that education meant that I was nearly 30 years old when I took my first real job as an assistant professor of neurology at Cornell Medical Center and began caring for patients. And with all that education, you should notice that my story, and I believe your story, is a bit different from other entrepreneurs, such as those glorified dropouts, Gates, Jobs, Zuckerberg. The closest thing they ever came to experiencing what you're about to receive is the honorary degree they got for giving some commencement speech. You and I earned our degrees, nothing honorary about it, so congratulations. After the first few years at my job and having passed the unimaginable, and it'll happen to you, the unimaginable old age of 30, I started to think about what I really wanted to do for the rest of my life. My passion was to do well in the world by doing good, another of my dad's oft-repeated expressions. And it seemed as though I might not be headed in the direction I wanted to go. I was reading about this newly minted industry called biotechnology and thought that perhaps I could start a new company that might be able to do what wasn't possible then and try to regenerate neurons. And the thought was that doing this in a startup would allow me to be untethered from the constraints of academia, from the caps, the gowns, and assemble lots of human and capital resources. Hence, Regeneron, regenerating neurons, was born. And here comes the risk part. To do this right, I had realized that I'd have to leave my faculty position, cut my ties to the secure world of academia, and take the biggest risk of my life and found a company in an industry where everybody fails. In fact, it's estimated that more than 99% of drug programs just don't make it. Most startups fail, and in biotechnology, virtually every startup fails. And by the time the failure would come, my academic career opportunities, like a young athlete, would have been long gone. But I was passionate about wanting to give this brave new world a try, so I took the risk. But taking the risk, no matter how passionate you might be, doesn't necessarily mean doing it alone. In fact, I am most fortunate that from the days we opened the labs of Regeneron, I had the support of my life's partner, Harriet. She was willing to support my efforts while attending law school and raising a family. And she has been the perfect partner for me, despite my not being in her wildest dreams. At least not that she'll admit. In terms of a business partner, I was exceedingly lucky that a young superstar physician scientist named George Yancopoulos was willing to join forces with me and try and build a company that could truly make a difference in so many people's health and well-being. And for a while, things were going great. And I mean great. We were living the American dream. The science was going well. We went public with a $99 million IPO, which was one of the largest in the industry at the time. And we thought we were on our way to coming up with a cure or treatment for Lou Gehrig's disease, named after the great Yankee first baseman who succumbed to this terrible degenerative neurologic disease. We thought that pretty soon we'd get the positive results we were expecting. We'd have the satisfaction of treating all these people. We would do well financially. Heck, we expected that we'd have a permanent box seat behind first base at Yankee Stadium, just a few steps from where Lou Gehrig himself played. Spoiler alert, our first drug failed. Our second drug failed. Care to guess what happened to our third drug? Failed. Wall Street was merciless. Our stock dropped down to just a few bucks per share, and we were running out of money. Our corporate obituary was written prominently in the Wall Street Journal. If Marist had done a poll, they would have found that virtually no one outside the company thought we would survive. After each failure, my son claims I did not come out of my room for days on end. It's a slight exaggeration. Failure is valuable, but it certainly isn't fun. They say that Thomas Edison failed over 1,000 times before he invented the light bulb. He was asked how he felt about the tremendous amount of work he had done without generating any results. Edison smiled and said, "Results? Why, man, I got a lot of results. I know 1,000 ways not to make a light bulb." So like Edison, our passion to success remained, and this is where our persistence came into play. We would not give up. We would embrace failure as a learning opportunity. We would figure out a way to stay afloat until George and the team could discover something that would actually be good for patients with important disease, generate revenues, and satisfy our quite angry shareholders. Almost 25 years, older than most of you, almost 25 years into the history of this company, we had not turned a single dollar of profit. But then our persistence finally paid off. One of our drugs, known today as Eylea, was approved for the treatment of a form of macular degeneration and quickly became the gold standard of care for this sight-robbing disease. So in 2012, 24 years into this venture, we started to make a profit. Today, more than 15 million doses of Eylea have been given to patients around the globe. We have restored driving vision to some who could not drive. We have restored vision to those who could not read a story to their grandchildren. And we have prevented countless thousands of people from losing their vision. And the drug has generated global sales last year of around $6 billion. And then more drugs started to follow. Today, we have 6 drugs approved for conditions ranging from blinding diseases to high cholesterol to really bad eczema to atopic dermatitis. And later this year, we hope to have approval from the FDA for treatments for cancer and asthma. There are literally thousands of biotechnology companies today spending hundreds of billions of dollars. There are also hundreds of universities with great scientists investigating medical challenges. And yet, out of all of this, only about 20 to 40 new drugs are approved each year. And only a fraction of these diseases, these drugs are for diseases that impact large groups of people. Against these odds, in an industry where failure is the norm, we're now succeeding. You see, all those years where we were failures to the outside world, we were actually making critical progress. We were steadfastly building the tools that would lead to our eventual success. We invented a whole new platform for making best-in-class antibody drugs, which today serves as the backbone for many of our efforts. Looking back, perhaps the hardest thing was staying true to ourselves and not letting our critics push us off our path. By the way, I have been an outspoken, in case you're wondering, an outspoken individual in our industry about how drugs must be both accessible and affordable to the patients who need them. And we have created new paradigms on how to make sure patients get access to the drugs they need at a price they can afford. And I have been very critical of price gouges in our industry. But I think we can all agree that there must be adequate reward to encourage investors to take a chance on a highly risky biotechnology venture such as Regeneron. This investment is directly linked to finding the cures we need not only for today's diseases, but the scourges that will affect many of you, hopefully not too many of you, in years to come. The incentives and rewards that our founding fathers envisioned more than 200 years ago are more relevant than ever. But that's a debate for a different day. But why do we do all that? Why does it really matter? Shortly after EYLEA was approved, we received a letter from a 5-year-old girl. It was made on construction paper, the kind you might remember using in kindergarten. On it, she had drawn a picture of her happy family and wrote in her little kid scrawl, and I quote, "Because of you, my daddy can see." This is why we do what we do. This is why the passion, the partnership, the persistence, and the long years matters. Over the years, we have heard from hundreds of patients and families who have taken our medicines on how it has transformed their lives. And this is the true proof point of our venture. And I believe we've done things in a way that we can all be proud of. We've been consistently ranked as the #1 employer in our industry, and we've worked to give back to the next generation. We have shared our stock with our employees, and we have, I'm proud to say, people who've worked on the loading docks who've made $1 million with us. Regeneron committed $100 million to support the oldest science talent search in the nation. Used to be known when I went to high school as the Westinghouse Science Talent Search. I was a semifinalist. Thank goodness our chief scientist, George Yancopoulos, was a finalist and winner. It used to be known as the Intel Science Talent Search, and now it's known as the Regeneron Science Talent Search. As we continue to believe that investing in innovation is crucial to providing solutions for tomorrow. As I look back on this journey, it's really been about passion and drive. But the credit doesn't go exclusively to me, George, and our fantastic team. Our story is truly and uniquely an American story. It could have only taken place in our great nation. We have benefited from some unique aspects of our system, including relationships between academia and industry, the access to venture and risk capital, and the patent system I talked about that's in our Constitution. While we may have to worry about Russia interfering in our elections, we don't have to worry about them inventing any new drugs. They've never invented a single drug. They have no incentives. So as you move forward in the next phase of your lives and careers, I would encourage you to find something to do that you can be passionate about. Without that passion, you will lack the persistence to get through the failures you will surely meet along your journey. And please remember that good partners dramatically increase the chances of success, whatever you set out to do. And finally, in this world of wanting to become an overnight success, forget Gates, forget Zuckerberg, forget Jobs. Remember, it's important to do the whole thing, to start and to finish and set out to do something important. I hope our journey at Regeneron might serve as a useful lesson as you move forward. We're not finished at Regeneron. I am finished here. So I look forward to hearing about your journey. God bless.
Thank you, Dr. Schleifer. Thank you very much. At this time, I would like to acknowledge students who have earned academic honors. Listed in the program next to the candidates' names are asterisks for cum laude, magna cum laude, and summa cum laude honors. I would like to invite all of the individuals who have earned cum laude honors to please stand and let us congratulate you. Cum laude honors, please stand. Thank you. Would all the individuals who have earned magna cum laude honors please stand and let us congratulate you. Thank you. And would all the individuals who have earned summa cum laude please stand. Thank you. Now it is my pleasure to invite the valedictorian to speak to the class of 2018. The class valedictorian is Amanda Elizabeth Sayegh, who combined exemplary community service with a stellar academic record and is graduating summa cum laude with a degree in biomedical sciences. Amanda.
Thank you, and good morning, President Yellen, Dr. Wormuth, Board of Trustees, distinguished faculty, friends, and most importantly, the class of 2018. It is a privilege for me to be standing here representing the graduating class. Graduation is a time of reflecting on our past and looking forward to our future. It is the last time we all gather together before moving on to the next chapter in our life story. As I look into the crowd before me, I know there is a wave of emotions from everyone present. For family and friends, the sense of pride you feel in your graduate is immeasurable. For parents, not only do you feel extreme joy in knowing that your child has earned their degree, but also joy in the fact that there will be no more tuition payments to be made. However, no feeling can top the happiness that we, as graduates, are feeling today. Looking back, it doesn't seem that long ago that we first stepped onto this beautiful campus. For most of us, it was the first time we were away from home. It was the first time we had to rely on ourselves to wake up for that 8 a.m. class. And it was the first time we had to learn to cook for ourselves without setting off the fire alarm. We were all anxious, but also so eager to start a new chapter in our book of life, one filled with new beginnings, new friends, new memories, and the added bonus of walking away at the end, diploma in hand, ready to face the world. Today, we have all accomplished that. Our first weeks at Marist were nerve-wracking, as we were greeted by excited and extremely energetic welcome groups. We participated in all the awkward but surprisingly fun icebreakers and introduced ourselves to as many people as we could in the hopes that we would somehow stumble upon our friend group. We slowly became comfortable with our roommates, our classes, and our professors, and were truly able to call this small campus the one with the incredible views, our home away from home. Our years here allowed us to see the dedication of the Marist faculty and staff. We have been given the opportunity to grow academically while finding our true passions and goals. Many of us studied abroad, and our worldviews were enriched as we were immersed in unfamiliar cultures. Others stayed close to campus, working closely with professors on research projects or landing valuable internships. Then there were athletes, whose teamwork and dedication allowed us all to show our Red Fox pride. We all pushed through the challenges of sleepless nights, stressful exams, and even waiting to get the power back on campus after a tiny bird single-handedly shut it all down. Through it all, we supported each other. When we began our year as seniors, we finally came to realize how quickly time has actually passed. And maybe, for some of us, it was for the better, as our meal swipes and thrifty cash probably ran out about a month ago. With this realization, we started to capitalize on every opportunity to make more memories and enjoy our last year. We climbed into the Marist Christmas tree, against security's wishes, to capture all those Insta-worthy photos. We studied on Marist Beach, enjoying and capturing amazing sunsets in pictures. For me, these times make me reflect on memories of a close friend that I made and lost after my first year here, a Marist student and a water polo athlete from Ohio. Courtney, I miss you, and I hope my fellow graduates and I mimic your motto, remember who you are and what you stand for, as we move forward in our careers. We should all be proud to become alumni of Marist College today. Marist is full of students who are proud to go here. One of the first things that stood out to me while walking around this campus during a college tour is how many students were representing Marist with their sweatshirts, t-shirts, and baseball caps. You cannot go anywhere on this campus without seeing someone wearing Marist attire. I admit that I have a whole drawer full of Marist merchandise, and thanks to my supervisors at Marist Security, I've already started my alumni collection. This is truly something amazing and unique to Marist College. And as we move on to different careers in different places of the world, we should remember to take our Red Fox pride with us. The pages of our next chapter are waiting for us to fill in. Here at Marist, we have been given the tools to write it, the skills to learn, the aptitude to succeed, and the creativity and ability to make a difference in our world. Undoubtedly, there will be numerous different versions of those chapters, and it is up to us to turn the books of our lives into bestsellers. In the words of the infamous Michael Scott, may your hats fly as high as your dreams. Best of luck to my fellow graduates in all their future endeavors. Congratulations, class of 2018.
Thank you, Amanda. Members of the Board of Trustees and Administration, faculty, parents, and other relatives, friends, and the graduates and guests, it is my privilege and honor to present the candidates for the degrees at this 72nd graduation of students from Marist College. Today's graduates are listed in the commencement program. Present in this graduating class are family members of Marist faculty and staff and the children of alumni. Representatives of these families have been invited by President Yellen to come forward and assist him with the presentation of the diploma to their graduate. President Yellen, I present to you the candidates for the bachelor's degree. Will the candidates for the bachelor's degree in the School of Management please come forward? President Yellen, the candidates for the bachelor's degree are
Stefano Joseph Abruzzo.
Try not to get your stuff wet.
Senna Veronique Adabla. Ross Allen Adler. Nisheen Soli Ahmed. Casey Marie Alarcon. Brian James Alter. James Michael Ambrose. Pearl P. Amin. Marco Joseph Amleto. Christopher Tyler Apicella.
Barbara Catherine Aprilakis.
Brandon Michael Arena. Tyler Aarons. James Robert Artell. Benjamin Agliero. Taina Jordan Ayala. James Edward Ball. Alyssa Nicole Barchetta. Mark William Barrett. Willie Anthony Tremaine Barrett. Joshua Seth Bender. Michael Harrison Bertelli. Thomas William Bish. Danielle Aaron Blacker. Jonathan Harrison Blake. Ryan Michael Blakely. Nicholas Stephen Bongiorni. Juliana Carol Boras. Sabrina Real Bracheras. Catherine Leigh Braver. Megan Christine Brennan. Elizabeth Joan Bozovich. Jennifer Paola Butrago. Taylor Christine Burke. Thomas Robert Cahill. Stephen Anthony Kane. Kristen Ashley Camillo. Edward John Campbell Jr. Jessica Betty Campbell. Marissa Campo. Shelby Leigh Cantu. Sydney Rebecca Cardoza. Morgan Elizabeth Carey. Nicholas Carosa. Christopher Joseph Cashion. Samantha Cavallo. Gabrielle Michelle Salentano. Justin Shantangleski. Dorile Kiemi Kum Kwai Chi. Allie D. Clement. Christopher Joseph Coyley Jr. John Joseph Cole. Brittany Jean Colombo.
Patrick Drew Conlon.
Deidre Ann Connor. Neil Kenneth Connors. Brian Joseph Corrigan. Olivia Ann Corrigan. Michael Paul Koss. Sean William Couch. Barrett Nicholas Cowden. Sean Michael Craig. Emily Elizabeth Cray. Jake Tyler Crifasi. Antonino Crisiolo. Haley Ray Critchfield. Megan O. Curran. Deidre Lee Curry. Brandon Richard Curtis. Janine Marie Curtis. Christian M. Diodorio. Brian Avery Dalton. Francis D'Angelo. Kristen Elizabeth Davidson. Dominica Marie Dayton. Kevin Barry DeBold. Colin James De La Hoyda. Gabrielle Marie De Leon. Devin De Los Santos. Matthew Joseph Del Rey. Thomas James DeMara. Michael F. DeMaria. Emily Ann Denny. Matthew J. DePola, Darius J. DeVitt, Lawrence Edwin Dickens, Jr., Nicole M. Diodati, Kelleher James Dolan, Vincent Evan Donatacci, Jamie Lauren D'Onofrio, Gregory Robert Dooney, Angie DeRay, Catherine Ann Eldridge, Lucas Gebbia Eliason, Dennis Gerard Ellis II, Nicholas Paul Esposito, Maximilian Sheldon Martin Uller, Samantha D. Farfan, Myasia Carey Janae Farley, Evan Michael Farrell, Cole Michael Federiconi, Jack Henry Filipkowski, Casey Lynn Fitzharris, Demetrius Floros, Daniela Nicole Forte, Joseph Willard Vaccaroli, Lauren Rose Frawley,
Gabriella Corina Fretch,
Anthony Salvatore Frisella, Tyler L. Gaynor, Matthew James Galiotto, Christopher James Galanti, Peter Michael Galino, Brendan James Gallivan, Alexander John Gandolfo, Brian Patrick Gannon, Kelsey Page Gardner, Jordan Matthew Garofalo, Amy A. Gartelman, Adam G. Gary, Andrew R. Gallin, Julia Angela Marie Garogianis, Joseph James Girardi, Nina Marie Giandomico, Marco Giansanti, Joseph James Chilio, Erin Grace Gisolfi, Amanda Rose Judice, Daniel Eric Goldstein, Shannon Elizabeth Gordon, Raymond Green, Allison Mary Greer, Anthony G. Gunther, Jr., Michael Philip Gutter, Samantha Guiza, Lindsay Jane Hands, Hilara Connor Hardy, Caitlin Margaret Hargraves, Charlotte Emma Louise Harrison, Sean Michael Hayden, Sarah Colleen Heath, Kathleen Elizabeth Eaton, Rebecca Ashley Hedrick, Anne Elizabeth Heffernan, Emma Mary Hellman, Thomas Anthony Henderson, Jessica Alexandra Hermosilla, Grant Edward Helinski, Eric P. Hogan, Connor David Hollenbaugh, Megan Rose Houlihan, Christopher Michael Umusis, Samantha Arlene Hubbard, Kieran Anthony Hunt, Matthew Paul Iantoska, Daniela Lucia Enzarilli, Benjamin Joseph Jandal, Thomas Mark Jamin, Charles Anthony Jurla, Matthew Douglas Jorgensen, Gurkarit Singh Khan, Kevin John Kappa Jr., Christy Anna Kaufman, Whitney Elise Kelly, Michael Ryan Kenny, Austin Thomas King, Shane Patrick Keene, Brianna Nicole Kenzel, Barbara Ann Kerwan, Thomas Joseph Nuff, Jason Daniel Knight, Gregory John Kosinski, Joseph Michael Cohn, Samantha Leah Comer, Michael B. Kornfeld, Laura Linda Kronbichler, Rudolph Kurz, Corey Lynn Lace, Christina Ann Lampasi, Corey Evan Lang, Nicholas J. Lang, Evan Patrick Larkin, Samantha Lauro,
Leslie Elizabeth Lascano,
Warren Christopher Lee, Goodman Nubazi Labota, Ashley Liso, Aiden Little, Carla Rose Locotetta, James Andrew Lober, Joseph Francis Lamenzo, Tyler Richard Lonergan, Michael David Long, Anthony Frank Longo, Matthew Louis Longobardo, Bailey Lucier, Daniel Anthony Lyons, Eric James Maxud, Matthew Anthony Maggio, Aaron Elizabeth Mahoney, Richard Austin Manarino, Vlad Edward Mahefka, Anna Rose Morata, Julie Alexandra Martinelli,
Bridget Nicole Mascolo,
Gianluca Massa, Matthew Mazzoni, Robert Craig McDowell. James Patrick McGee. Michael Joseph McGonigal. Jillian Jane McGrath. Sean McNamara. Megan Joan McQuaid. Allison B. McQuillan. Lindsay Marie Michaelvitz. Brandon DeVence Miller. Joseph Miller. Ryan Edward Miller. Lindsay Lee Milligan. Daniel Timothy Minogue. Kristen Ragliota. Tarayan Monaco.
Stephanie Ann Monjardo.
Brian Liam Monaghan. Amanda Michelle Montecalvo. Gabriella Ivy Morris. Gannon Patrick Morrison. Stephen Quinn Morrison. Dietrich William Moselle. Michael Owen Murray. Michaela E. Murray. Ryan Patrick Murray. Joseph Anthony Nappy. Kelly Catherine Nash. Sania Nasser. Melanie Newton. Bryce A. Nixon. Casey Marin O'Brien. Matthew Joseph O'Connor. Dylan Olson. Matthew John Honorado. Brendan Michael O'Sullivan. David John Otis.
Alexa Orvali.
David John Pafumi. Joseph Michael Palermo. Shelby Quinn Perrette. John Andrew Parisi. Courtney Alexa Paul.
Kate Elizabeth Paulson.
Joshua Ryan Pinocchio. Nina Alvarez Peppel. Miranda Nicole Perez. Olivia Marie Petrarca. Lauren Marie Picone. Sam Joseph Piliero. Justin Taylor Plunkett. Carrie Elizabeth Podest. Owen Richard Polzello. Nicholas Bradford Porter. Rose Marie Hospicel. Samuel Nixon Pressgraves. Margot Purvis. Kyle Christian Quinn. Thomas F. Quinn. Daniel J. Robb. Christopher Dylan Raychek. Mark Melija Rayovic. Sean Connor Riley. Danielle Marie Relia. Javier Andres Restrepo. Angelina Ricca. Emma Juliet Rich. Rashad Anthony Ricketts. Grace Cecilia Ritter. Joseph Richard Rizzi. Stephen Rizzo. Taylor Nicole Rizzo. Brian Andrew Robinson. Jasmine Rodriguez. Anthony Thomas Romanella. Kevin R. Rue. Carolyn Santana Bruno. Nicholas B. Santomassino. Jessica Santos Cruz. Zachary Thomas Sargent. Evangelos Nicholas Savedis. Renee Rose Savino. Alinia Rita Smith. Sean Shanahan. Morgan Elizabeth Shields. Heather Rose Skizlock. Courtney Marie Smalzy. Joseph Paul Smokonich. Emily Rose Spellman. Tyler Alexander Spinelli. Mitchell J. Stendera. Holly Claire Stewart. Andrew E. Sullivan. Mara Catherine Sullivan. Noah Taraya Tahir. James Christopher Telekamp. Alexandra K. Tessman. Samantha Page Tilton. Christopher John Trask. Heather Ann Trzynski. Anthony Tucciaroni. Tanner Philip Urban. Tyler Paul Uthheim. Sydney Judith Vaca. Christian Van Cleft. Justin P. Varga. Elio Velasquez. Tara Lynn Ventura. Joseph Bruno Verderoso. David Charles Valleco. Liam Jude Walsh. Mackenzie Leola Warren. Teresa May Widener. Robert John Wheeler. Andrew Francis Whelan. Courtney Jane White. Francis Patrick Williams III. Jacqueline Marie Williams. Brendan John Wilson. Katie Young. Kimberly Jessica Yip. Matthew Wesley Yuen. Samantha Ann Zegelmeyer.
Neil's up. We don't have programs because it's wet. I don't think he knows to come up.
That's okay.
Okay. You'll just do it?
Yep.
Okay, thanks.
He's coming.
So you're going to be first?
Will the candidates for the bachelor's degree in the School of Science please come forward? I begin the candidates in the School of Science with Amanda Elizabeth Sage, class of 2018 valedictorian. President Yellen, the remaining candidates for the bachelor's degree are
Noor Nadine Abdulrahman, Christopher John Arcuri Jr., Srishti Avashi, Kendall Loftness Bob, Adelina Barisha, Nicholas J. Bills, Kelly Ann Booney, Caroline Elizabeth Borkowski, Camille Maine Bowen, Annalise Marie Brown, Spencer Joseph Bunting, Arisha Cabral, Matthew David Capobianco, Sarah Nicola Cristoforides, Elizabeth Charlotte Ciesco, Jonathan Michael Clementi, John Marco Coppola, Melanie Hope Corona, Monica Teresa Coronel, Valeria Elizabeth Coronel, Kelsey Mahanelani Cottrell, Jessica Yoshia Ripes, Joanna Karine Derisi, Jan Dernick, Christina Dimitra Debel, Alessandra Dragonetti, Philip Michael Dudley, Hannah Mary Dunn, Anthony Pinocchero, Megan Ann Pinocchero, Luke Mackenzie Frederick, Caitlin Mary Gordio, Logan Alexander Gaylor, Natasha Ruzak Gurney, Cassandra Rose Geoffrey, Kaylee Ann Hanna, Sonia Denise Howe, Lauren Elizabeth Height, Paige Veronica Jacob, John David Jasinski, James Ward Kearney, Gabrielle Faith Kelleher, Teresa Danielle Nips, Joseph Anthony Kopp, Ian Nicholas Kraut, Julia Nicole Lieback, Rachel A. Leahy, Alec James Lee, Stephanie Pauline Lefebvre, Ryan Lilith, Sarah Laurice Long, Samantha Ann McCrillo,
Michael McGrick,
Catherine Marie Mayadiaga, Mariella Regina Martin, Jolene Margaret Martinko, Rebecca Kathleen Massey, David Bradley Meyer, Anthony Eric McGlory, Stella Eftihia Morphesis, Mary Catherine Morrison, Lou Mary Alex Ortiz Palazzo, Kelly Alexandra Peaks, Daniel Hunter Peck, Sue Hugh, Courtney Lane Pierce, Fallon Ann Quigley, Paul Henry Radman, Annie Bender Reveal, Krista Ann Rickey, Christopher Edward Reese, Jenna Elizabeth Robinson, Mark Francesco Rotondi, Andrew Charles Rouse, William James Ryan, Cecilia Sancho Pascual, Haley Jennifer Scott, Hala Rashid Shawa, Kayla Marie Smith, Andrew Jonathan Steer, Diana Elizabeth Zedikowski, Timo Tanza, Tyler Nicholas Tepenning, Lynn Renee Perry, Kayla Trockman, Jessica Marie Trush, Carolyn A. Turcotte, Robert Brandon Bajos, Donna Marie Baramo, Claudia Michelle Weiskittel, Rachel Jane Wheaton, Samantha Wignall.
Will the candidates for the bachelor's degree in the School of Social and Behavioral Sciences please come forward? President Yellen, the candidates for the bachelor's degree are
Jenna Rose Adam, Lauren Michelle Adams, Emily Teresa Akey, Lauren Kate Aliberti, Alexa Arcuri, Najia Fatima Ash, Cadmiela Acosia Endobia Atia, Brittany Nicole Agugliero, Mary Claire Faye Baca, Eleni Maria Bacos, Karina Barragan, Wesley Ross Beans, Megan Irene Baradelli, Andrew Noble Best, Olivia Catherine Blinn, Brian Philip Bradshaw, Margaret Rose Brinkworth, Jackson Bruce, Deja Kiana Bullard. Gina Nicole Caccioli. Anne Elizabeth Callahan. Patricia Gabrielle Camarda. Gabrielle Caprera. Savannah Joy Cassell. Adriana Castillo. Ashley Carolina Castillo. Camille Marie Chambliss. Danny Chan. Kevin John Champo. Juliana Kosha. Nicole Marie Coaches.
Jessica Comisa.
Jacob Conlon. Casey Connolly. Michaela Catherine Cosby. Stephen S. Costello. Kylie Craig. Carly Crawford. Grace Hayes Cunningham. Nicole Elizabeth Cupo. Megan Rocketel Curley. Danielle Nicole DeCourcy. Caroline Claire DiFrancesco. Tabitha Serafina de la Cruz. Amanda Delaney. Taylor DeSantis. Hayden Ray DeSanto. Caitlin Mary Devaney. Jamie Diamond. Christina Ann DiPaterio. Gianna Marie DeRico. Connor Philip DiTomaso. Nicole Marie Dolby. Thomas J. Drogalis. Lucia Danielle Dugan.
Mallory Beth Dugan.
Ryan I. Dumbroff. Samantha Shirley Dutcher. Kelly Lynn Edge. Katie Nicole Espinola. Matthew Gennaro Esposito. Caitlin Ann Felicello. Emily Grace Fellner. Gia Fernicola. Daniel Isaac Firestone. Aoife Mary Flanagan. Michael William Flanagan. Michaela Elizabeth Foley.
Lillian Marie Ford.
Nicole Colleen Foster. Stephanie Taylor Gaudio. Annabella Gillen. Rachel Alexis Glazer.
Megan Elizabeth Griffin.
Tara Marie Guarino. Emma Elizabeth Haley. Andrew Partopoulos. Claudia Lauren Hasten. Christian Hopt. Martin James Peck. Kelly Marie Hennigan. Joshua Hermson. Carla Sophia Hodel. Laura Grace Holleran. Amanda Nicole Huber. Jordan Jean Felix. Kyle Alexander Jones. Taylor Nicole Jones. Hai Young Jung. Amanda Catherine Kansky. Matthew Ara Kasabian. Amelia Celeste Kaufteal. Joanna Lynn Keating. Christian James Keenan. Michaela Rose Kelly. Allison Ann Kern. Corinne Elizabeth King. Alexis Sumiko Kishimoto. Liam Taylor Kite. Marisol Christina Corhan. Alexis Margaret Kremp. Gabriella Rose Leamy. Nicole Leggio. Monica Ann Legidal. Casey Margaret Levins. Jenna Frances Labisi. Taylor Rose Liga. Carol Ann Licio. Michael Anthony Locicero. Lauren Longtoe. Teresa Nicole Lotano. Margaret Ann Lyman. Natalie Elizabeth Ma. Alexa Rose Magnotta. Rachel Jean McGuire. Christina Jill Malatesta. Zachary Tyler Mallets. Shane Albert Manor. Marissa Ann Marinelli. Melanie Lauren Murata. Joanna Jacqueline Martinez. Casey Hannah McCarthy. Connor McClenahan. Kara Tate McConelog. Jessie Anita McPhee. Quinn Frederick McGinley. Nicholas Anthony Mecca. Lauren Elizabeth Meckler. Michelle Lynn Miller. Claire Elise Mino. Obi Moma. Alyssa Mongrew. Nancy Elizabeth Montemerlo. Liam Patrick Moyles. Andrew Mugavero. Barbara Joan Muldoon. Siobhan Elaine Murphy. Kendall Catherine Miska. Amanda Nicole Naranjo. Lauren Elizabeth O'Reilly. Christopher Albert Palmgren. Caitlin M. Perrine.
Erin Marie Perkins.
Kaylee Lorraine Polinsky. Megan Eileen Polk. Catherine Ann Ponziani. Benjamin Jacobs Posada. Virgil Vincent Procaccini III. Jennifer Ann Raphael. Tina Marie Rapaglia. Caitlin Patricia Riley. Abigail Elizabeth Ritson. Alyssa Sue Robinson. Brianna B. Robinson. Brian William Roach. Sydney Lynn Rojek. Tiffany Rosario Perez. Julia Catherine Santiago. Mara Elizabeth Schiffhauer. Jessica Elise Schilling. Sierra Annalise Segee. Kelsey Taylor Seaforth. Kira Nicole Shelby. Danielle Rosemarie Shine. Andrew Henry Shore. Alexander D. Silva. Marlena Laura Simino. And Manuel J.R. Soriano. Ashley C. St. Ange. Kyle Justin Stevens. Ariana Kristen Sundstrom. Wendy Wiyu Sung Clark. Joseph Michael Tash. Stephanie Ann Tayar. Amanda J. Tepedino. Cameron James Todd. Allison Rose Tompkins. Francesca Maria Treglia. Jerome Salvatore Truzzolino. Danielle Ariana Ubertini. Victoria Lynn Vaccarelli. Sarah Ann Valentine. Nicole Catherine Violi. Eleanor Ann Virgilio. David Ty Warner. Amelia Ray White. Olivia May Whitmer. Cassandra M. Zarilla.
Will the candidates for the bachelor's degree in the School of Communication and the Arts please come forward? President Yellen, the candidates for the bachelor's degree are
Daniel Joseph Abramson.
Sorry. Mary Claire Abu.
Caitlin Marie Alarcon. Natalie Isabella Alvarez. Gabrielle Mancini Amaturo. Melissa Marie Anacini. Gina Lynn Annunziata. Emma Shen Arabia. Melissa K. Armistead.
Carol Ann Asselin.
Jessica Taylor Babby. Kristen A. Baldwin. Marina Faye Ballantyne. Seamus Joyce Barnes. Gianna Rose Bazzano. Abigail Rose Beals. Alexandra Francesca Beers.
Frank Dominic Bellis.
Nicole Mary Benedetto. Casey Marie Benvignati.
Carly Alexandra Bergman.
Victoria Lee Berkowitz. Claudia M. Bezub. Mia Elise Blas. Sarah Ellen Booth.
Emily Borghese.
Robert Thomas Bourne.
Jennifer Lee Bott.
Elizabeth Yang Bouye.
Caroline Angela Bryan. Devin Vincent Bugnano. Casey Marie Burke.
Jonathan Mark Butensky.
Brett Matthew Butler.
Megan Elizabeth Byrne. Imani Campuzano Guevara.
Juliana Teresa Canavari.
Melissa Christine Canicati. Jamie Catherine Canelia. Francis Caponegro IV. Jerry Caporali. Luke G. Carberry Morgan. Allison Tara Caroli. Luca Francesco Caruccio. Alyssa Marie Casamento. Nicholas Louis Cavena. Maximilian Cepeda. Victoria Antoinette Cervoni. Muriel Eliza Chase. Molly Lynn Haviland Shavinson.
Mariah Elizabeth Christian. Nicolette Ann Sibeli.
Matthew Thomas Chicalisi. Haley Nicole Samillo.
Gina Cipriano. Thomas Charles Civarolo.
Peter O'Brien Cleaves.
Caitlin Ann Clow. Roman Cofini. Michael Kevin Conway II. Matthew Courtwright. Carolyn Elizabeth Cost.
Crystal Emily Costavallo Andrade. Caitlin Rose Costello. Amanda Lynn Coty.
Ryan Reginald Cunningham. Casey Catherine Curran. Michelle Lambert Daly. Jessica Nicole D'Amelia.
Caitlin Marie D'Angelo. Nicolette Loftus Dankmeyer. Vincent Andrew Dante Maniglia.
Tyler Francis Dearden. Michael Tyler DeLuca.
Maria Elizabeth Del Zingaro. Caroline Elena Dunuyer.
Siobhan Elise Dermondy. Freddie Anthony DeVivo.
Mary Catherine DiChiara. Paige Dorothy DiFiore.
Julia Ann DeMarzo.
Lauren Nicole Denabile. Brooke Marie DePalma. Kristen Nicole Dolan. Eleanor Jean Downey. Christina Marie Doyle. Chelsea Marie Castro Dua.
Louis Tezo Duet.
Claire Patricia Duffy.
William John Duggan. Taylor Lynn Durand.
Kelsey Nicole Ediger. Michelle Rose Eggank. Isaiah Kaina Kyoji Egusa Eckert.
Axel Herman Ender.
Elizabeth Colby Evans. Lauren Egan Farley. Colleen Morgan Fazio. India Rose Lucia Federico.
Molly Ann Fedigan.
Emma Rose Fernandez.
Bridget Antonia Ferrando.
Alicia Marie Ferrante. Brianna Catherine Ferreter.
Kate Mullally Fields.
Stella Filipovic. Patricia Rose Pichetto. Kiera Rose Fitzgibbon. William Ernest Floyd. Nicole Laura Franciscini. Caitlin Ann Franey.
Paige Flaherty Freeman.
Madison Ann Gabor. Sarah C. Gabrielli. Alexandra Mary Gallo. Carly Perrin Galuzzo. Molly Elizabeth Gamache. Christine Julia Gamble.
Amanda Marie Garrity.
Sean Michael Gavin. Taylor Maureen G. Timothy James Gerstner. Alexandra Peters Gilio. Annie Rose Gilligan.
Liza Nicole Goldberg.
Georgia Rose Goldman. Connor Dugan Galway. Jordan A. Gooding. Michael Ross Goodman. Peter William Grasso. Molly Gross. Shantae Danielle Rossett. Sierra Danielle Guasti. Kara Jane Guerin. Olivia Marie Guerrero. Timothy Daniel Afka. Shannon Marie Haggerty. Courtney Marie Hall. Nicole Louise Halleck. Catherine Margaret Hannafin. Isabel Lauren Hank. Olivia Catherine Hannah. Carrie Noel Hannigan. Kelly Christine Harris. Zachary J. Hartman. Taylor Noel Hampstead. Sarah Ann Henderson. Alexandra Michelle Hernandez. Erica Rose Hofjesang.
Alyssa Brooke Hogenkamp.
Clara Lamai Nodskoff Home. Devin Alexandra Horan. Ashley Paige Houghton. Brian Christopher Hughes. Christopher Charles Hupper.
Elizabeth Nelson Inman.
Samantha Emily Jablonski.
Gina Nicole Jadelis.
Connor Kamsick. Sarah Elizabeth Katz. Nicole Ariella Kaiser.
Asia Tyler Michelle Johnson.
Morgan Kathleen Jaycox. Chloe Rose Kay. Emily Lillian Keller. Amber Lynn Kelly. Erin Mary Kelly. Marissa Kelly. Audra Carnes Kemp. Samantha Elizabeth Kettleson. Kelsey Chinyono Kobata. Ashton Bristol Corona. Erica Lynn Kozak. Dominique Kensel. Lauren Ann Curry.
Luke Langston.
Danielle Lauro. Haley Esther Rose Levithan.
Molly Seaton Lind.
Brianne Renee Linden. Sydney Marie Lucas. Jack Nicholas Lucchese. Monica Paige Luisi. Victoria Lyman. Courtney Rosemary Lynch. Sienna Taylor Cook Manji. Alexa Rose Maniscalco. Willow J. Manning. Bridget Taylor Maresca. Maura Margolis. Valerie Renee Mark. Karen Mart. Michaela Jonna Rose Martini. Vincent Patrick Masters.
Marina S. Matthews.
Lauren Alexis Mazza. Jakina McCalla. Faith Augusta Mazzoni. Erin Marie McCurley. James McDonough. Jessica Tyler McDonough. Dominique Marie McEntee. Alyssa Kathleen McLaughlin. Stephanie Lee McNamara. Kelsey Elizabeth Mize. Danielle Carreri Malillo. Jessica Lauren Messina. Marcella Masillo. Emma Margaret McKesh. Daniel Patrick Miller. Michaela Jade Miller. Sophie Elizabeth Miller. Tina Manassian. Jacqueline Nicole Minogue. Amal Ahmed Mohammed. Christina Marie Montoro. Emily Kate Morenci. Julia Elise Morrison. Summer Taylor Mosher.
John Anthony Mosho.
Dominic Joseph Musilo. Grace Elizabeth Malivi. Kira M. Mulligan. Mark Andrew Mullock.
Nicolette Lynn Murrow.
Erin Elizabeth Myers. Jenna Rose Napolitano. Elizabeth Nicole Nardone. Kaylee Marie Neff. Jennifer Monty Nevin. Davis Michael Nitto. Catherine Irene Norcalunas. Elena Catherine Novak. Roxanne Katrina Novo. Caitlin Mary O'Brien. Erin Elizabeth O'Brien. Audrey Rose O'Donnell. Haley O'Grady. Katie Ann O'Leary. Ifunaya Valerie Anukaye. Kayla Ellen Orlando. Lauren Palacios. Andrew Michael Palmieri. Samuel Finn Pardis. Sarah Catherine Peabody.
Sabrina Piraleshi.
Megan Elizabeth Peters. Morgan Mary Peters. Amy Joan Peterson. Enzo Petroselli. Krista Maria Piccati. Sarah E. Pickett.
Nicole Elise Pierkowski.
Julian Hayes Pina. Matthew Vincent Parolo. Hunter Jade Pittenger. Laura Ellen Platz. Alicia Patricia Patak. Benjamin Jacob Hervin. Maria J. Quiroz. Catherine Mary Rayborg.
Lindsay Grace Regis.
Mackenzie Ray Richardson. Paula Giselle Rivera Leclerez. Daphne Black Robson. Bianca Rodriguez.
Nicholas Anthony Robignolo.
Amanda Julia Romano. Taylor Nicole Romano. Nicholas Thomas Rudswick. Victoria Teresa Ruggiero. Stephanie Marie Rutura.
Michaela Ann Salamoni.
Michelle Marjorie Savino. Marco Shaden. Kevin J. Shar. Stephanie Malia Shell. Jessica L. Scheike. Tiffany Marie Scott. Krista Elizabeth Seitz. Linda Selkanen, Joshua Allen Selkowitz, Sarah Patricia Shaddis, Joshua Lloyd Siegel, Yvette Signori, Robin Lynn Silverstein, Joseph Robert Simone, Caitlin Alicia Sinclair, Kendall Marie Smith, Valentina Soja, Amanda Lucia Solieri, Emma Winifred Stanton,
Kelly Marie Storr,
Ashley Marie Sveningsson, Farah Tamari, Gabriella Ann Tamburo, Tom Tane, Eric Montez Taylor, Jr., Abigail Maria Tizio, Christy Tolentino, Crystal Sunny Soreo Mello Tomas Borges, Lindsay Jade Tortora, Megan Elizabeth Troush, Nicole Tremblay, Michelle Lynn Sachi Uranaka, Alexandria Stephanie Usak, Jenna Rose Valenti, Brianna Nicole Valentin, Nicholas Dean Vanich, Christopher John Venuga, Milton Esai Vargas, Mark William Vickland, Kelly Jean Volmer, Victoria Rosemary Vuoso, Sabrina Chuan Walls, Joseph Wanderling,
Ryan T. Weedling, Lindsay Marie Wells, Megan Ann Welsh,
Ashley Danielle Werner, May Claire Wheaton,
Michael Vincent White,
Jenna A. Whitehead, Sabrina Warner Whitford, Connor James Williams, Shadi Azadeh Williams, Caroline Sidnor Withers, Kiera Rose Woodward, Matthew Reed Winecoop,
Emily Patricia Young, Jacob Blakesley Young, David Dominic Zambuto, Kathleen Mary Zdanowitz,
Lon Joe, Samantha Renee Zeminski, Michelle Janina Ziabro,
Will the candidates for the bachelor's degree in the School of Liberal Arts please come forward? President Yellen, the candidates are.
Mark Robert Andrews.
All right, Mark.
Elijah Bender. Henry Albert Bourne. Jessica Elizabeth Bozak. Shane Michael Brennan. Connor Patrick Burke. Diana Gabarlo. Vincent Kennedy Caruso. Mario Sir Cesario. Madison Marie College. Ethan Jared Conklin. Tony Lane Cotignola. Denisha Clara Craig. Erica Lee Crozier. Casey Devenish. Addison Marie Donati. Fiona Ann Dwyer McNulty. Daniel E. Edwards. Caitlin Marie Fitzgerald. Austin James Flack. Samuel Fontanez, Jr.
Logan Thompson Forsythe.
Laura Lee Gardner. Ethan Thomas Gibbons. Sarah Beth Gunzenhauser. Giovanni Emmanuel Gonzalez. Ryan Jason Kuznay. Ashley Anna Harrington. Patrick D. Hickey. Emily Benoit Hollenbeck. Salvatore Joseph Izola. John L. Curbs. Alexandra Olivia Kirby. James C. Lavelle. Michelle Tiana Linker. Rachel Elizabeth Lorius. Sean Liu. Christy Lynn Lisa Marina. Alexandra Elizabeth Maddock. Michael German McDonough Ewald. Isabella Finney McGoldrick. Megan Rose Myers. Andrew Sean Montalti. Michael Kenneth Morrow. Shane Thomas Murphy. Joseph Angelo Nasca.
DeForest B. Neblett. Sean Robert Norman.
Maureen Elizabeth O'Malley. Eliza Bazzani Tordenti Testa Patterson. Madeline Rose Pelagali. Zachary Thomas Pranger.
Rihanna Nicole Ramirez.
Raquel Elise Romero. Maya Ann Russell. Nick Rabarchik. Annalise Josephine Saltarelli.
Kara Rose Seabrest. Eric James Seltzer.
Bridget Sharon. Dominic J. Sloma. Olivia Virginia Stavala. Brianna Marie Tantamanico. Michael Alexander Thompson. Victoria Lindsay Valentino. Sarah Ann Vinci. Reagan L. Walker. Stephanie Carla Wenz. Andrew David West. Raylena Ruby Elizabeth West. Kimberly Claire Woodward. Caitlin Jessie Yarosh. Catherine Amina Zelinsky.
What are those shoes?
Oh my goodness.
Two-tone. In style.
The candidates for the bachelor's degree in the School of Computer Science and Mathematics, please come forward. President Yellen, the candidates for the bachelor's degree are
Alfred Acosta. Daniel J. All. Mutiat Ashabi Alagbala. Ronaldo Alvarez. Gina Camela Aragona. Rehan Ahan. Kasim Badami. Marcus R. Barbieri. Arthur Garcia Barbosa. Lawrence Francis Barnett. Matthew Brandon David Battori.
Is it cold up here?
Matthew Alexander Blades. Stephen J. Bonner. Brendan John Bolt. Roman Bond. William Wessendonk Borum. Nicholas James Bird. Graham Douglas Burek. Nicholas Jake Bergstrom. Arena L. Cafara. Mary Elizabeth Callahan. Robert Peter Catalano.
Brian Philip Chester.
Victoria Mary Confitero. Sean P. Conway. Kimberly J. Padawas. Max Christian Cotet. Michelle Ann Crawley. Keegan William Creamer. James Dean Crawley. Liam Patrick Cullen. Kimberly Ann Dottell. Antonio Robert Del Vecchio. Juan Luis Diaz. Vincent Nicholas DeMille. Peter John Dunn V. Dana Lee Dunninger. Sami Jamal Alagani. David Anthony Emery. Samantha Lee Erico. Zachary Adam Fung. Michael J. Frontero, Christopher John Buschetti, Gabrielle Galante, Francesco Galetti, Shannon Gilday, Colby Taylor Gray, Daniel Christian Grogan, John Michael Grachowiak, Mary Elizabeth Guida, Iglika G. Ajishka, Juliana Hansen, Scott Lawrence Hansen, Bradford Arthur Harris, Liam Robert Harwood, Jack G. Hayden, Christian Vladimir Hernandez, Christopher Icabellis, Brian Junkie, Kelly E. Jones, Valley McKella Joseph, Leonardo Richard Keith, Hunter Thomas Keith, Christiane Coves, Timberly Colundi, Stephen Lamata, Bridget Ann Leahy, Jacob Ryan Levinson,
Listen, Chien.
P. Rador Linkti Rapan, Kavinder Singh Lote, Gregory Nicholas Wilfred Lyle, Kai Leo Manners, Raphael Alexander Mamo, Kevin Patrick Martino, Carly Maxwell, Ryan Seamus McKenna, Christian William Mink, Zachary P. Miller, Kevin Gregory Mursky, Allison Diane Mosher, Peter James Murray, Ryan Michael Newman, Brandon Ingu O, Megan Magdalene O'Halloran, Daniel John O'Keefe, Jesse Opitz, Devin Thomas Overington, Darren Anthony Pagan, Eric Marcus Pagliari, Gregory James Potter, Marisa Ann Proscia, John Dominic Randis, Zachary K. Recolon, Ryan Andrew Rodero, Alexander Jordan Richin, Julia Grace Russell,
Lizette Sanchez.
Claire Maria Schmitz, Frank Siderio, Christopher Sienna, Peter Anthony Sofranis, Morgan Taylor Stipper, Nicholas Tambori, Rachel Olisny, Juan Sebastian Vasquez,
Matthew Velasquez.
Maxime Alexander Vitkin, John Thomas Walsh, Sarah Elizabeth Warren,
Hey, Guy.
Kai Wenlin Wong, Mitchell Younger Zanders, Barak Tekatel Johannes, Patrick Joseph Zambu,
Marist is awarding 3 sets of bachelor's degrees today: Bachelor of Arts, the Bachelor of Science, and the Bachelor of Fine Arts. Will all 3, the Bachelor of Science, the Bachelor of Arts, and the Bachelor of Fine Arts, please stand?
Do it on one side. Yeah, just say. First of all, congratulations. Thank you all, especially to all of you who stuck it out through the whole day. Wonderful. By the powers vested in me by the Regents of the State of New York and the Trustees of Marist College, and upon the recommendation of your faculty, I hereby bestow upon you the degree of the appropriate bachelor's degree with all the rights and privileges pertaining thereto. Congratulations.
The Marist Song will now be sung by the Marist Singers. Thank you, everyone. The class of 2018 is now dismissed.